back. This is Princess in Suburbia. Welcome back. So now we are going to go into the party, and with me I have...
Hi everybody, I'm Emily Hamby and I'm Miss Tennessee Junior National Teenager 2012, and I'm so lucky to be here with the Princess in Suburbia co-hosting her show.
Now, you know what though, earlier on I kind of put her in a hot seat, and I was asking questions, you all. You know what? She flipped the script on me. Yes, she did. And now I'm sitting on the hot seat, so here you go. Shoot.
Well, Miss Fumi, I have a couple of questions for you, and the big one on my mind right now is, can you tell us what your book is about?
Oh, it's a young adult fantasy and romance. And when I say romance, I don't mean that deep kind of, you know. I'm talking about the high school. No. I'm talking about that high school kind of, you know, she kind of like me, or maybe not, but that kind of work. So it's mostly fantasy. I was born and raised in Africa. And we know those, if you read a little bit of Africa, a lot of stories come out of Africa that are really deep, rich ones that really give you character, that mold character. So it's about a young girl called Joel, a 16-year-old, that's just trying to find her way in life, dealing with all the school situations, dealing with her parents, which they're constantly clashing, and we know how that goes, you know. So that's what it's about.
Well, another question I thought of is, I know you told me earlier that Jewel is the 16-year-old you, so what else inspired you to write your novel?
Don't be going there now. No, I don't want it, but don't let out my secret. Yeah, she's 16-year-old me, but then there's a little bit of you in her, a little bit of them in her, there's a little bit of everybody in her, so, you know, it's kind of funny when you read reviews on it, and two of the reviews that I read about a week ago, one of the ladies says, I just don't like Joel. I am mad. It says, I'm going to give you a 2. So I said, okay, maybe something's wrong. And then I said, why don't you like the book? He said, because Joel is such a crazy girl. I said, well, my job is done. I said, if you can get that out of Joel, then my job is that I'm just mad because Joel is just flipping and flopping. You can't really, you know, today she's cold, tomorrow she's warm. I said, oh, so that's why you don't like the book? He said, yeah, I'm just pissed at her. I said, well, that's fine, which means my job is done as a writer. So when you write and you're able to really be very vivid that much that people can really, it can elicit reaction from people, you've done your job.
Well, something else I think our readers might want to know is, how long did it take you to write your book?
Oh, Lord, you didn't go there. You did not go there. You know what's often very funny to me is when people come up and tell me they wrote a book in 2 days. I said, I need to read that book.
You are crazy.
I really need to read that book. So for me, it took 2 years, and that's the bottom line, because of the characters that were coming out of Africa. And I was in the middle of traveling, so every time I would travel, I would see maybe one of the girls that we take care of under a non-profit organization, and I would just look at her as a character and come back and kind of mold whatever I discussed with her, mold things towards that character. So for me, it took 2 years to write it.
And if you read this book, you'll find out that right there is what makes it so great, is she took so much time into putting all those certain details and made them flow together.
That's so sweet.
Yes, she told me earlier that that amount of time is what it took to make this great book, and all the experiences from her times in Africa, her mission trips, and her great programs that it took to mold this book together, and I really enjoyed it.
Now, you said something, I mean, are we being political here now? Because you just, you're talking proper, you're doing all these things, which is making me think, is there a PR right behind you here?
No.
Do you have a public relations person?
No. Well, of course, Miss Sherry does help me, but this is Emily. This is me.
Well, that's good to know, because we hear all these stories about pageant people. We hear them, they're all,
Oh, of course.
So, but it's good to see something different.
Yes.
I gotta tell you that. So where's it? Oh, come on up. Where's Miss Sherry? Come on up. Yeah, come on up.
Hello.
All right, so hi, this is Miss Sherry, you all. So, tell us a little bit about what impact is PR in, when you're talking about pageantry, what role does PR play?
PR for pageantry is the same as it would be with any profession or industry, my job is to make my client look their best. Whether it's in print or at an event, I want my client to look the best. And Emily is a gem to work with because she's a natural beauty, but she's very talented and she is a role model for teens. And so it's a pleasure to work with her, and she deserves the crown that's on her head.
Wow.
So she makes my job easy as a publicist because I want to promote her because she is a great individual.
So wait a minute now. You're promoting pageantry. What's about us? What about other people? Do you promote other people?
I do.
Okay,
Yes,
so
I work
what would
with.
you like to do? Where do you see your business going?
Well, I like to help people with personal branding. It's helping to determine, first of all, what your talents are, identify those things, help you identify them, and also help you to execute those things, to find the channels to bring those things to life so that you can be a contribution to society and also, enhance your own life and self-image and self-esteem. So it affects a lot of things. So PR, I think, is vital, I think, with everyone, honestly. So everyone can benefit from having publicists. But for me, the bottom line is learning how to do personal branding.
So let's talk a little bit. Well, thank you, Miss Jerry.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're quite welcome. So we're gonna talk about the role that your parents, your mother plays in this now. Oh, wait a minute now, Miss Stacy, come on. Coming up.
Here I
And this is not the Price is Right either, but coming up.
Hello.
Hello, this is Stacy, this is the mom. So it is always nice to kind of figure out who is behind the scenes where pageantry is concerned. I know that a lot of us have watched a lot of quite some interesting ones out there on the TV, and it's always good to be able to talk to a mother one-on-one to tell us a little bit, what role do you play in her actually doing this?
Probably the biggest role is just try to be the support arm, to encourage, because not every day we don't wake up with hair and makeup done, and we are just real people. We play soccer and we go to school, we go to church, we do things that everybody does, but at the same time, I as a mother just want to make sure that when we have to be somewhere, we're there on time, we've got our stuff together. This was our first pageant, so we had no experience. We were completely newbies at doing this, and it was a learning education for me to see that what you see on TV played in a toddler tiara role, it's not real world.
It's not what it is.
It's reality TV.
Yeah.
There's a lot of back scratching and pulling hair. Now there can be some of that. There can be some of that.
I've seen it.
Oh,
But you have to remember who you are,
Yeah.
and you have to be, keep it real. You have to teach your daughter that beauty is not on the outside.
Yeah.
It's who the Lord made you and
Yeah.
who you have developed yourself to be and who you want to see yourself be in the future.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for letting me join you.
You're quite welcome.
See you later.
Bye for now. Okay, so.
And just to expound on that,
Yeah.
there's no true way to articulate how much moms mean in my life and in the lives of all pageant girls in the pageant realm. So I love you, Mom. Thank you for all that you do for me. She's been great in promoting our program, endorsing me. Miss Sherry and her have helped me so much. And I think our next guest is very beneficial to both of us as well.
Hey, you know her.
Mm-hmm.
You all know her already. She's my partner in crime.
I need some music.
Yolanda Shea.
Hello.
Hey. Well, welcome, Miss Yolanda.
I'm glad to be here. I'm so excited about what you've been doing and looking forward to just hearing about different stories and different things that have happened to you. And just think about the last couple of weeks. I know you've been, had the crown and you've been working and visiting different places. Tell me about something interesting that has happened to you in the last couple of weeks, that maybe something funny or something fun.
Well, I know behind the scenes a little while ago we had a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
I told him a story about my little puppy dog named Wilson.
Yes.
And he wanted to go for a spin in the car when my mom was taking me to a training session. And he loves sticking his head out the window. The dogs, the wind in their ears. So, of course, he decided to stick his head out the window. But as the ride proceeded, he wanted to stick his entire body out of the car, which we know is probably not a very good idea.
Tell me about it.
but he stuck his entire body out of the car and almost fell out.
Oh my
So of
goodness.
course, Mom's first instinct was to grab the dog
Yes,
instead of the
exactly.
wheel.
Oh my
And we can both take a little bit of blame there.
Oh
I forgot
my
to grab the
goodness.
wheel,
Oh
but
my goodness.
unfortunately we ran over a mailbox.
Oh my God. Wow.
That's-
Just a little bit of damage there, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yes,
But
exactly.
it was definitely a learning experience for the both of us, seeing as I will be driving here very soon.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Just don't
so
leave the window down.
I know,
Yes.
I know,
Leave
right?
the dogs in the car for a while.
Dogs in the car.
Uh-huh,
Yes.
uh-huh.
Yes.
So you got more questions for me?
I think I have a few more. Let's
Okay.
see. Let's see. Oh, I think our readers want to know, will there be a sequel?
Hey, yes, there will be a
We wanna read
sequel.
on.
Yes, 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 I'm working on it now, if I can get myself off of this camera for a second. So, but I am working on that too, and in that sequel, you now see where Joel makes some really good choices, decision making. And then there was one major character that is in the first book called Kaya. She's actually gonna now, she'll soar. And you will see her, and you'll see the difference between light and dark, and then at the end of it, you'll see that light is always the best way to go. So, watch out for that, y'all. It's called, what is it called now? Something Purgatory. I'm not going to say the whole thing, but watch out for it now. So, yes, there will be a sequel to it.
Well, thank you for that.
I have another question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, like that you mentioned earlier that there's lots of pageants and we see different, reality shows.
Uh-huh.
Tell me a little bit about how you got involved in doing pageants. Or if this
Well-
is the only thing you do, and what really, how did you become interested in really getting into that?
Well, I think I told you guys this earlier, but believe it or not, I found out about our pageant, America's National Teenager Scholarship Organization, through a newspaper article. And so I guess that's kind of an interesting way to find out about a pageant. But that wasn't exactly our forte. We're soccer people, we're athletes in my family. But we wanted Emily Hamby to become a very well-rounded individual. And that is something that definitely can be attained from pageants. I've increased my confidence, public speaking skills, something that a lot of girls my age are afraid to do. But now that's something that I've found that I really, really thrive in, and something that I want to continue doing even after I give up my title.
Wow. There'll probably be some young girls watching.
Yeah.
What would you say to them? What advice would you give them?
Oh, of course, maybe a little cliche, but always be yourself. The beauty is deeper than the makeup. And which I have a lot on right now.
I
but
like that. The beauty is deeper than the makeup.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
it's all in your heart, and it's what you choose to do. Right now, I am endorsing literacy through my title, and that is my platform. And I've acquired a lot of statistics throughout my reign. And literacy is something that really needs to be promoted right now,
Exactly.
especially in our schools, in our school systems. So being able to promote that and my program in our great state of Tennessee has been so fun throughout this 2012.
No, it's very interesting that she mentioned literacy, because remember the Martin Luther King event that we went this Saturday, what was it? On Martin Luther King's Day on Monday.
Yeah.
And the mayor of Memphis was talking, not just mayor of Memphis, also the mayor here was actually talking about literacy.
The concern with our education.
Exactly.
system.
So it's really, it's in season, and it's on point that you would actually choose that, because that's a major thing going on in Tennessee right now, that the mayor and the governor, everybody is actually looking for ways to actually better education in Tennessee. So that's a great platform. And maybe you can go to Africa with us too, because
Yes. I'm
Yes.
just thinking that.
we're just thinking, let's just throw it out there in the open, that because we like literacy too, don't
Yes. We open the library and we gotta do more.
we?
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
So there's a whole lot more to do in Africa, and I bet, literacy will be a very great platform. And for them to also, even the ladies, the young girls there too, to see someone that's been, because they always, all those things fascinate them, like, oh my God.
Yes.
And it fascinates them. We do have something like that there too, but to now see somebody like of your caliber come out there with your crown, and oh my goodness.
They would love that.
I think you will make their day. They wouldn't, if they don't tie you down, make sure you don't come back. But
We'll
I
bring
think
you back.
Yeah, well,
Mom's watching.
no,
We
no.
will bring her
Yeah,
back.
we
She's
will
coming back.
No, she's coming back. She's coming back. But I'm just throwing that out there for you to think about. So literacy is an incredibly well-needed platform right now. So you're doing a great job. So thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
And we've got a book right here that people
Oh,
need to
yeah.
read. It's a great
Yes.
book.
Oh yeah. Well, so thank you so much. And I guess, well, you're co-hosting, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so
You can close it out.
yeah, you're gonna.
And one more thing I wanted to mention, Miss Fumi, before we go, is you have inspired me to be a writer. I have always had a side passion for writing, along with pageantry and soccer and all the many things that we teenage girls do. But I've always had that passion for writing, and you have instilled in me even more of a passion for writing. So your book and Jewel and everyone that was involved in making this book has kind of increased that passion for writing.
Well, one good thing is that in time, because of the online magazine that we talk about for young adults that's about to come out, then you'll get to play a good role. That way you can really dig your hands into writing and use that as a platform for you to start writing, because you sure have a lot of stories to tell.
And we're looking forward to hearing it.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Wrap it up and
Well,
Let's
first
take a
off,
back
thank
seat.
you, Miss Fumi
Oh,
and
you're
Miss
welcome.
Yolanda for having me. I've had
welcome.
such a blast asking you about this wonderful book that you've written. And once again, I am Emily Hamby, Miss Tennessee Junior National Teenager, here with some beautiful ladies that allowed me to co-host, and I have enjoyed every single minute of it. So thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
We enjoyed you.
You heard it all. That's it. It's a wrap.